All right, I am going to do this digitally because I need to show you that you need to use reference pictures. So make sure that your paper is set up like this, your sketchbook. Um, Previously, I've had students pick two animals and then get feedback on what they thought would be the better animal. You can absolutely do that and ask for feedback, but all I need in your rough draft is one animal. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this left side of your sketchbook, and I should be on a separate layer. Okay, so the animal that I picked is a blue whale. I'm not sure if I like that pencil. Let's go ahead and find something else. Let's go HB. Okay, blue whale. I might end up changing this, but for this example, this is what I'm going to stick with. All right, so you can see on my right, I have some images of a blue whale, and I'm going to look at them for how to draw. Yes, because I'm digital, I could technically drag this picture over and trace it. That is not helpful to you, though. So you need to look at the shapes of your animals. You need to look at what shapes you see. I'll make this a little bit bigger. When you are looking at your animal. So I'm going to pick one that I like the angle that the whale, I was probably called a whale shark, whale is at, and kind of go from there. So these are sketches. I'm not looking for contour. I'm not looking for perfection. I am looking for some sketches. So I'm going to sketch one angle of my whale. You can see how its belly is a bit bigger. Probably going to go off the page here. And it's turned in a way that I cannot fully see the tail. Make sure I'm looking at this right. Yeah, I can only see a little bit up the tail. I'm looking at the negative space. Remember, we looked at negative space at the top here and going from there. Again, this is sketching. Definitely need to fix or figure out my tail a bit more. Let's go ahead and take that back. And that's what you would have an eraser for. All right, so honestly, let's go ahead and try this again. I'm going to make the top of the water because it's going to help me see the negative space that I want to draw. The nose is very close to the top and swoops down a little bit. Looks like I can see a little bit of a back fin, and then the tail goes like that and down. I'll worry about the fins in a second. Okay, general shape. And then think of it as like long rectangles, probably up a little higher. I also want to draw in this part that will help me, and the eye. It's not a smooth fin. Let's get that back a little further from the eye. Because the way this is turning, it's not, right on its side. It's a little bit more difficult, but that's okay. And then you can see the fin on the other side. Okay, remember that's the water. All right, that's one. I know this is, I know this is tempting to want to draw from a picture, like an illustration, not a picture. Try really hard to find photographs, okay? All right, so some of your sketches may overlap, and that's okay. Or they might go on to the other page again. Totally okay. I can already tell that I like, let's change the color so you can see. I like this one best for my final. Now, that means that I am going to practice that a lot more. Not for the rough draft, but before I start the final. Okay, let's get back to black ink. So for your Zentangle designs, you are going to do that using a micron pen. You are not using pencil. You used pencil over here, but you will be using micron pen here because that's what you're going to use for the final. Okay, so Zentangle, you can absolutely look at some online, but it's simply put a pattern, okay, that repeats itself and has interest. So think of possible designs that you can create with ink. Okay, you can make some thicker lines, you can make some thinner. You definitely want to think about how they're going to look next to other ones. Okay, make sure you are filling your entire box. Don't get lazy about this, because whatever you practice here is how it's going to go on your final. Okay. I will have some sheets of different Zentangle designs, ideas. Oh my, I don't know what that happened there. But I'm sure you will come up with some unique ones too. So I'm not going to finish my Zentangle chart for sake of time, but the more interesting ones, I would say, would be these last two. And that's because there's a different line weight. So thicker lines, let me go ahead and add another layer and change the color so I can show you what I'm talking about. Different thicker lines and thin lines mixed together, okay? Same with this. Now, these are very sloppy. I'm not going to lie. I would not be proud of these. I am not proud of them. But there's more interest in this one than any of the others because there's different weight in the lines. So please keep that in mind as you are designing your Zentangles. And please talk to each other about what is working for one another. But this is what your Zentangle Animal rough draft is going to look like.